Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's Day is very important. It's very important to me. I'm a mother. Very important to your mother. But your mother doesn't have to be what you might think of as your mother. It could be that you don't have a mom at home, like a female mom at home, but you have somebody that is doing your mother stuff for you. So whoever is doing your mother stuff for you is the person that needs a Mother's Day gift on Mother's Day. Mother's Day is May 10th. It's on a Sunday. And it's very important that you offer something really interesting and really loving to your mother to show her how much you appreciate her. So I'm going to show you a quick art activity and then also a way to make a cool card. And you might want to do both or either and offer it to your mother on May 10th. Got it? So the way this works, I tried to come up with something we could do that is using the materials that you would have in your house, that we all would have, right? So this is a heart made of stones, a heart made out of little pieces of a pine cone, a heart made out of sticks. There's a lot of ways to do this. I'm not saying you do all of them, you might want to, but I would pick a way you can do it. And I'm going to show you how to do one with seashells today, and then show you some options for the way that I constructed them, okay? So your first job is to make a heart, and you want the heart to be, I don't know, my hearts are about 2 inches wide, 2 inches tall, okay? So I would draw one first on cardboard. You need some cardboard, and you want it to be nice, thick cardboard, because once you glue something heavy onto it, it would get really flimsy otherwise. So I just found this in my recycling. It's just from a box. I'm drawing a heart. I have lots of room if I make a mistake. Cutting cardboard is difficult, so you may have to ask another adult, not your mom, to help you, right? So I'm going to go around like this. Okay, and then the edges, I didn't have anything glued onto the edges on mine. So you could decorate the edges with crayon or paint or not decorate them. They have kind of a cool, typically cardboard has its own cool pattern on the side. And so it's not necessary, but if you want to, you can take a crayon, this red, just go around the edge and make it a color. I'm just going to use this cool pinkish red, which usually only works out well during Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. Okay. Ooh, you could actually make a note on the other side too. I didn't even think of that till now. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to start at the bottom because I'm going to kind of layer it similar to the way that feathers would be layered on a bird. Okay. And I'm going to put my glue at the bottom corner. What you want to make sure you do when you pick your first piece, you want it to be the shape of the outside of the heart. Otherwise, when it's done, you'll lose the shape of the heart. You won't know it's a heart. So you want to stick within that. Okay, so I need to find something pointy for this part. These are, what I'm gluing down now, are some shells I found on the beach. They were already broken. I didn't break them up. They were pieces of shells that had this like cool purple color to them. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm going to put more glue here and glue down a couple more pieces. These are not overlapping like I thought they might, but they are filling in the space nicely. Okay, I'm going to put more glue. You do have to use a lot of glue because the things that you're gluing down are heavy, and you'll have to wait quite a while for them to dry because you want it to be really solid before you lift it up and try to move it. Don't try to wrap it up when it's wet. And I want to stick with this curve on the edge of my heart because I want it to look like a heart when I'm done. So now I kind of saved some curvy pieces for this top part too. So I'm going to put some glue all in there and figure out how I'm going to fill in that space. So I'm going to put this one here because it has a curve to it, and then a smaller one in there. A smaller one in here. And a very teeny one. They probably are breakable, pretty easily breakable, so you could break them yourself if you needed a different shape. And then I need this side. If your mom likes purple, oops, I almost forgot. You need a hole for the string, and you want to do that before you finish the heart, or actually probably before you start, because I just messed that up. And wherever you want your hole to be, I'm going to put a hole here. Okay, I'm going to get some glue on my pencil, but so I'm poking a hole through. Ugh, not super easy to do with a pencil, but it works. Okay, and then that's going to be where my string goes, so I don't want to cover up that hole too much. All right, so I'm going to leave it a little bit visible there for myself. And that way, when I'm ready, I can add a string to it. Okay, so I like that. I'm going to push these out so I don't see the cardboard so much. I could have colored or painted the cardboard underneath so that maybe it was purple and showed through a little bit. I like it kind of cardboardy. I'm going to hold that up for you a little bit so you can see close, right? And the hole is still showing. For a string, if you don't have string at your house, like a roll of string of any kind, you can use, I pulled this shoelace out of an old shoe, don't tell Mr. Johnston, and a piece of yarn. I found some old leather string because I have lots of arts and craftsy stuff, but anything will work that will work like string, even like a fishing line or something like that. Okay, and then you want to tie it. You cut it pretty big, and then tie it in a loopy knot like this. I'll show you. This kind of knot is the kind of knot that will stay. You put both strings together, wrap them around in a circle, and then tuck them in and pull them tight. That will stay when you have it around your neck, and it won't get pulled off. The more it pulls, actually, the tighter it gets. Okay. So when I did this one with pine cone pieces, I took apart a pine cone like this. These little pieces come off. I just broke it. And then there's kind of a picky end at the end of a pine cone. It looks like a feather or a leaf, and there's kind of a picky, bumpy end, and I just cut that off before I glued it down. If you want to do the pine cone one, you might want to do it that way. And I started at the bottom, and then I worked my way up. With the stones, I just went out and picked out some really small, cool stones that had different colors. I know in certain places you can find all white ones. That would be pretty. And sticks, there's a zillion sticks outside. Find really straight ones and work your way breaking them to be the right size and fit in there really nicely. You could also do the same thing with driftwood. I picked up all this driftwood, and I was thinking I could make a driftwood one too. So I'm sending mine to my mom. You have about 2 weeks to do this because Mother's Day is 13 days away. And I'm sure your mom would really appreciate a nice gift. When it's dry, you certainly could make a little note on the back. That would be really cool. And next, I'll show you how to make a cool card. All right. If you have any questions, you can email me,